Continuing to bring you the best in track and field personalities. This is Inside Athletics, brought to you by the IAAF. I'm your host, Atul Bolden. My guest today had, I think, one of the best victories in the World Championships in 2017, and that's because he battled adversity to become a world champion. My guest today is the 2017 World Long Jump Champion, Luvo Manyonga. Very nice to meet you, and glad to have you on the program.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Tell me a little bit about why you were so emotional in that pit in London after winning that world title.
To be honest, the journey that I took, going to the World Champions, and I was not quite confident about the last jump of Lawson.
Yeah.
I was thinking, is this going to happen again? I was beaten by an American athlete.
In the Olympics.
In the Olympics, by 1 centimeter. And
yeah.
Another year now, the same nationality.
Yes.
I'll be beaten, and then the moment they show the results, I was in tears, so it means a lot to me. And looking back, the struggle and the family and my team, to put everything together to be in that space and time, it's a great honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to do the big jump after that, but I was too excited to even focus, and then I got no jump. Yeah.
So your personal story is one with a lot of adversity in it. Your father wasn't really around, and you got caught up in being addicted to drugs, to crystal meth. Tell me about how does somebody get themselves from being addicted to a drug to being a world champion? That's not a path that you often see. So something had to have changed mightily in your life to get you off of one path and onto this one.
Yeah, for talking from myself as experience, the recovering drug addict, I always believed in myself, even though I was inactive, that I'll make a difference for my life, and even though that my dad was absent at that time, that didn't pull me back and stop me to believe in myself. To tell the people who are struggling with the addiction, you just have to accept it that you need help. You're powerless over it, because it's not just maybe you have a flu or a fever.
Right.
Just wake up in the morning, go to the doctor, and then you're healed.
Right.
It's a process thing that you need a stable support, stable team. And accept it inside your heart that you really want to change.
Right.
Yeah, it's not just few months, it's a process that you come across it, and you get healed by embracing it and share to the people. This is how it's happening. For myself, it helped me a lot that I'm sharing to the people, and I'm healing day by day. And then to be a world champion is not just only training for myself. It was personal life and then track and field.
Right.
So I have to balance both of that thing. It was a very difficult thing.
It's an amazing time right now for South African track and field. Obviously, you have Wade Van Niekerk, but the sprinters are also doing well, and now here you are, you're the world champion. Do you have a sense of, hey, they're going to look back and say, I was part of almost a renaissance for my country's track and field. You cannot look back at your country's history and say that maybe it was better than it is right now. Is that something that's been apparent to you?
Yeah, I can look back as a team, not as an individual, because as we South Africans, we're working together.
Yeah.
As no matter it's an individual sport, To be in this position now we are as a track and field, we pushed each other before we even go to the world.
Really?
Compete in South Africa, it doesn't matter what event you do. Even on social media, we're hitting on each other. I already qualified. I'll say to a sprinter that I already qualified. I'm taking everything on the long jump. What are you gonna do?
Right.
So that gave him the confidence and the courage to make a step up. That's why I think that South Africa is doing great now.
I've always sort of, as an analyst, looked at early South African results, particularly I think back in the day with the 400-meter hurdlers. Because of the timing of you guys' season, you would see early great marks, but it's tough to keep that momentum going, especially if World Championships are late. 2017 had some great early season sprint performances by some of your countrymen. Tell me about how you were able to be jumping well early, but still keep it going so that you were able to emerge as the world champion later in the season.
For myself, it all depends on the training.
Yeah.
Training schedule, You'll see yourself in training first, at how you're peaking, how you're jumping, or how you're performing.
Yeah.
And then you have to target the competition that you want to jump into, because you're a person, you get tired. Mm-hmm. If you can peak on the beginning of the year, you're going to go up like this. And then when it comes in the mid-year, because you're doing so many competitions, I told myself I don't have to do so many so I can be able to jump good in the world championship.
Yeah.
So when I jumped the 865 in my country, it was just a show to show the world that Luvo Manyonga is around.
Yeah.
Just to keep them firing up,
Right.
I'm coming, you understand? So
Yeah.
that's what happened for me this year.
So you and I have something in common. We're both Olympic silver medalists, and you hear all the time that people say, "Oh, fourth is the worst position that you can be in because the person who gets third, at least they get something." The champion, of course, is excited; he's the winner. But I would venture to say that silver can be a very difficult position, and people don't realize a very difficult position to finish in the Olympic Games. Can you look back at the frustration of losing that Olympic gold medal by 1 centimeter in Rio and say, yeah, that was my fuel for the entire year, and it's why I'm the world champion now?
Yeah, as you said, people will say it's the worst position to get, fourth place. I don't think so, because second place, silver medal, and losing by 1 centimeter.
Yeah.
It's very bad. It's the worst nightmare of my life. So I think that's the fuel and the wake-up call for Luvo Manyonga to be the world champion today. If you can look back, afterwards I lost with 1 centimeter. The following competition, I won the last Diamond League.
Right.
Yes, in Brussels. Mm-hmm. So from there, I told myself, Luvo, you have to take everything that's coming in your way, because beaten by 1 centimeter. I couldn't believe it,
Of course.
I was thinking, why? Just because I just came out.
Why me?
Why me? So I walked to my agent the coming year and told him that, dude, we have to make something about this,
Right.
I want to make a bet. I'm going to win every competition this year.
You almost did.
Yes, I did.
You did. Yeah.
I did. I did almost. Yeah, so that was a fuel to become the world champions. So, but I'm looking forward for next year, and I'm very excited.
You come from a country that is very passionate about athletics. What have you seen in terms of what it's done to the country? Obviously, you guys are into rugby and you're into soccer. Have you seen sort of a shift because of yourself and Wade and some of the other ones that are doing well, Akani? Maybe that you're creating a shift in your country where we're getting more attention now. Maybe we're winning some fans that maybe we didn't have before.
Yeah, I can say in a view of the fans, not the department, because it's been a struggle for athletics itself in South Africa, not get enough funds.
Right.
But I don't want to go to that political part side.
Right.
I don't care. As long as I'm doing good for my country, I'm satisfied.
Right.
But in the side of the fans, we're doing a great job, and then people starting to focus on more on athletics. And I just had my Instagram for a year now, but I'm chasing 11K, you see. So it shows me that we have so much support, mostly in South Africa, and only on the fan side.
If you were just a world champion, you would expect to be somebody who your story would be inspirational, because South African world long jump champion is something that's unique to you. But because you have a story that also includes coming back from adversity and turning your life around, do you feel sort of a bigger obligation to share your story with not just adults, but young people as well, because you feel like your story can help so many people?
Yeah, I feel like I can preach every day to the world itself, and just go out there and give motivation to people that gave up of themselves. You show them that there is change in life, no matter what situation you are. Just have to believe in yourself. So I wanna keep that going. You know, I wanna the people to spread the word to the people that could not hear the word from the actual TV. That we sending the message. You know, yeah.
So 2016, you talked about the heartbreak, losing the Olympic gold medal by 1 centimeter. When you allow yourself to dream about 2020 and being in Tokyo, Japan for those Olympic Games, what does that look like? Are you now winning by a centimeter? Do you blow it out on the first jump? Have you allowed yourself to sort of dream, what is my gold medal moment going to look like in 2020?
2020 is the year that's coming later.
So you're not even thinking about it just yet?
Thinking about it. I'm just focusing on what's coming next. Just take it one competition at a time. You know, I don't want to focus more on what's going to happen then. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to jeopardize whatever I'm doing right now, or not focusing on what I'm doing now. So that's what I'm going to do next year.
You have a unique situation in that your home country has lots of nice places with altitude in which to jump. The world record used to be at altitude for some time before Mike Powell took it down. That record is now 26 years and counting. It's been there. How confident are you that you will be the person to take down the existing long jump world record?
Yeah, I'm like 110% confident that I'll take that world record. But
as early as this season?
Not earlier this season. I've done like 865 this year, so like 30 centimeters more to focus on it. And then I think what I did wrong was the focus on 9 meters, not focusing on the technique and the approach and what I have supposed to do to achieve that 9 meters. You know, so it can be done. Like for me, it's not about the altitude, the height where I jump. If wherever I jump, I just jump. You know, I don't focus on what is the altitude, what about that. When I'm jumping, I just focus on myself, do what my coach told me to do, and just jump.
Tell me about some of your passions. Track and field athletes tend to be sort of complete people. Yes, they are very interested in performance and all the things that comprise their event. But what is the thing that maybe people would be surprised to know that you are very, very passionate about that has nothing to do with the long jump?
Dancing.
Dancing?
Yes, I'm quite a good dancer.
Okay.
You know, like if you can go like most of my follow my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like when I do my live videos, I like to entertain people by my dancing, and I like to entertain people. You know, even when I'm jumping, that's the main thing of me doing the sport. You know.
Let's talk about that for a little while, because so many long jumpers have also been such great entertainers. I think about Dwight Phillips. I think about guys who have done well in this event, especially of late. You guys tend to have flamboyant personalities. What is it about the long jump that sort of attracts the flamboyant personalities, you think?
I think the vibe itself, you know, like, you know, that slow clap.
Yeah.
That's where it starts, you know, like it's spoiling the crowd.
Yeah. You know that was started by a triple jumper though, right? Okay.
Like everybody.
Yes, yes.
You know, the connection that we have with the fans, like it gives you that joy inside of you, like when you like hit that board and float and take off. When the moment you land and then you see yourself jumping that distance, that's where you like to praise the crowd and show them that you do recognize them, that they gave you the motivation, the courage to do that distance, you know. And it's so nice when you interact with the fans and you see them smiling back and then you smiling back to them. You know? Yeah.
Follow me on this one. So sprinters get one shot, right? The gun sounds, we run, the race is over. The person who has won, to them, it's the best race ever. You guys get 6 chances, and yet I watch the long jump and you guys never seem happy with the event, with the result that you've just gotten? Like, no matter, you could jump 9 meters tomorrow and you'd be like, but yeah, I messed up my approach. My penultimate step was wrong. What is it about jumpers? You guys are so hard on yourselves with each attempt.
I would say I'm different.
Really?
Yeah.
So every jump, you're like, great.
I think this was my worst, like, jumping the
At the World Championships?
I was not smiling a lot because
Right.
there was too much pressure on myself. I like, even if you can check all my videos when I'm jumping,
Yes.
I'm always smiling. You know?
Okay.
Like, I don't care how far I jump.
Yes.
As long as I'm satisfied on what I did. You know, the coach is the person gonna fix that.
Right.
I have to do the jumping, and then I'll blame the coach. If I'm happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
There's no dull day for me. At what I love, you know, I have to show myself that I appreciate that. It doesn't matter how far I jumped. Mistake happens, you know. You just have to learn from my mistake. If you're gonna get hard on yourself, you're gonna put pressure on yourself, and wanna jump and wanna force it, and it won't come out. And when it doesn't come out, you're gonna crash. Yes.
Tell me about your relationship with your coach and why he's been able to sort of bring out the best in you in the last 2 seasons. I mean, you had shown some great promise at the World Youth and so on before being the champion there, but in the last 2 years, you are a threat in every single competition. Is there something that you guys have sort of discovered of late? Something that he's been able to bring out of you lately?
Yeah, I can say that even when I was a junior. As I was a young, talented athlete, and I'm still a talented athlete. And now you just have to polish there and there to make sure we're sharpening some sport to make sure some sport on my talent, more effort on what I have. You know, so the relationship I had with my coach now, we first have to know each other, and then we respect each other. He's also a young man, still growing. You know, so what we do, we experience things even on training. We like to challenge each other. Like, he will stand there and then tell me to jump over him, just pushing each other.
Jump over him.
Jump over him.
Right.
For a takeoff.
Yes.
So that's most of the thing we put together. So that's why I'm a good jumper. Now, even the team that I'm with, it's not only on the track and outside track and field, that are supporting me on a personal basis, so that's why this Luvo Manyonga is jumping so good today.
Well, I think your story is one that I hope gets told more, and you are a fantastic ambassador for both your country and your continent. All the best to you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.